Hey, good morning everyone, it's Dave and we're back with our next reading of the Old Testament. If you've been following, you know that we're in the book of Numbers, and today we're on chapter 21. I'm going to talk a little bit fast because it's close to time that I need to go to work and there's a few verses we got to cover. So Canaanites defeated at Hormah, the bronze serpent from Mount Hor to Moab. King Sihon defeated, and King Og defeated, for a total of 35 verses today. All right. Hope you guys can see me and hear me. I'm filming this in a new car, and I'm not sure that I have the settings right, so hopefully you can. Remember, if you don't have a Bible, you can go to Bible.com and read for free. You can also download the YouVersion app and a plethora of other free apps out there to read for free as well. Hopefully that's available in your country. All right. The king of Arad, the Canaanite who dwelt in the south, heard that Israel was coming on the road to Atharim. Then he fought against Israel and took some of them prisoner. So Israel made a vow to the Lord and said, "If you will indeed deliver this people into my hand, then I will utterly destroy their cities." And the Lord listened to the voice of Israel and delivered up the Canaanites, and they utterly destroyed them and their cities. So the name of the place was called Hormah. Then they journeyed from Mount Hor by the way of the Red Sea to go around the land of Edom, and the soul of the people became very discouraged on the way. And the people spoke against God and against Moses. "Why have you brought us up out of Egypt to die in the wilderness? For there is no food and water. Our soul loathes this worthless bread." Wow, worthless bread. Bread that God gave them. So the Lord sent fiery serpents among the people, and they bit the people, and many of the people of Israel died. Therefore the people came to Moses and said, "We have sinned, for we have spoken against the Lord and against you. Pray to the Lord that he takes away the serpents from us." So Moses prayed for the people. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Make a fiery serpent and set it on a pole, and it shall be that everyone who is bitten when he looks at it shall live." So Moses made a bronze serpent and put it on a pole, and so it was, if a serpent had bitten anyone, when he looked at the bronze serpent, he lived. Now the children of Israel moved on and camped in Oboth, and they journeyed from Oboth, camped at Ijeh Abiram in the wilderness, which is east of Moab, toward the sunrise. From there they moved and camped in the valley of Zered. From there they moved and camped on the other side of Arnon, which is in the wilderness that extends from the border of the Amorites. For the Arnon is the border of Moab, between Moab and the Amorites. Therefore it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord, "Waheb in Suphah, the brooks of the Arnon, and the slopes of the brooks that reaches the dwelling of Ar, and lies on the border of Moab." From there they went to Beer, which is the well where the Lord said to Moses, "Gather the people together, and I will give them water." Then Israel sang this song: "Spring up, O well, all of you sing it, the well the leaders sank, dug by the nation's nobles, by lawgivers with their staves." And from the wilderness they went to Mattanah, and from Mattanah they went to Nahaliel, and from Nahaliel they went to Bamoth, and from Bamoth in the valley that is the country of Moab to the top of Pisgah, which looks down on the wasteland. Then Israel sent messengers to Sihon, king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn aside into your fields or vineyards. We will not drink from water from your wells. We will go by the king's highway until we have passed through your territory." But Sihon would not allow Israel to pass through his territory. So Sihon gathered all his people together and went out against Israel in the wilderness. And he came to Jahaz and fought against Israel. Then Israel defeated him with the edge of the sword and took possession of his land from the Arnon to the Jabbok, as far as the people of Ammon, for the border of the people of Ammon was fortified. So Israel took all these cities, and Israel dwelt in all the cities of the Amorites in Heshbon and in all its villages. For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab and had taken all his land from his hand as far as the Arnon. Therefore those who speak in Proverbs say, "Come to Heshbon, let it be built, let the city of Sihon be repaired. For the fire went out from Heshbon, a flame from the city of Sihon. It consumed Ar of Moab, the lords, the heights of Arnon. Woe to you, Moab, you have perished, O people of Chemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives and his daughters into captivity to Sihon, king of the Amorites. But we have shot at them. Heshbon has perished as far as Dibon. Then we laid waste as far as Nophath, which reaches to Medeba. Thus Israel dwelt in the land of the Amorites. Then Moses sent to spy out Jazer, and they took its villages and drove out the Amorites who were there. And then they turned and went up by the way of Bashan. So Og, king of Bashan, went out against them, he and all his people, to battle at Edrei. And then the Lord said to Moses, Do not fear him, for I have delivered him into your hand, with all his people and his land, and you shall do to him as you did Sihon, king of the Amorites, who dwelt at Heshbon. So they defeated him and his sons and all his people until there was no survivor left him, and they took possession of the land. Wow. Story of war. That's my kind of story right there. All right, that concludes chapter 21. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today is Thursday, at least it is where I am, and I hope that you guys have a great Thursday and a great rest of the week. All right, if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down below. I hope you all have an amazing day. God bless.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you. Unseen, you're not alone.